Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Den of Timbs on another episode of Season Three's Epic or Trash. And tonight we got another crazy video for you, another insane video from 8-Bit Eric about our good old friend Alyssa Mercante, who apparently loves to send her friends to spy on people, allegedly. So tonight, apparently, from a video from 8-Bit Eric, we're going to learn about how she wrote an article defending a game developer who said that Charlie Kirk deserved to die. If that doesn't disturb you, then I don't know what will. So, let's go ahead.
A top gaming journalist just defended somebody who cheered a political assassination. Yeah, you heard that right. Your ears are not deceiving you. Alyssa Mercante, it's been a minute, so we've talked about my Brooklyn queen, is framing a developer by the name of Drew Harrison who glorified Charlie Kirk's tragic death as a victim of harassment. Yeah, typical and on brand of Alyssa Mercante, but the internet is not having it. Now, a while back, we covered this story. Drew Harrison, who is a developer, a long-time developer at Sucker Punch, the studio behind Ghost of Tsushima and Yote, made a social media post celebrating the assassination of Charlie Kirk. And within hours...
Wow, that's wild. That is wild. I don't understand, right? Like, can someone explain to me, like, how that's logical to want to like celebrate somebody's murder like that? That's always wild to me. I don't understand that logic at all. Like, why would you even remotely think to want to celebrate the idea of just murdering somebody? Like somebody you didn't... I don't understand. And then to defend that action, to defend that behavior, it's just wild to me. It's crazy. It's sad that nowadays we have come to this point now that we've decided that, who cares? Like, oh yeah, I didn't like the person, therefore if I enjoy the fact they got murdered. I'm like, so you're telling me you would be okay with murdering this person because you don't like their opinions, but if you liked somebody's opinions and they got murdered, you wouldn't be okay with that? Like, you not see how that's a hypocritical thing? I wish people were not so hypocritical these days, but that's just me. That's just me. Let's continue.
The post went absolutely viral. We talked about it on here. There was all sorts of stuff coming out there. There was threats, videos being made, articles being written, to the point
Good
where
Lord.
Sony's HR had to quickly step in, and Harrison was terminated. No longer with the company. Can I help you with something? But instead of holding her accountable, Alyssa Mercante published this article that we're about to dive into, defending her, claiming that it's online harassment, that it caused her to lose her job because of the worst people on the internet. She painted this entire firing as moral outrage, a narrative of cancel culture months after the fact. Let's be clear, okay? This is not about politics. This isn't about...
That's crazy. That's crazy. I see. This is why I don't like these kind of people like her at all. This is why I don't like these kind of people like her. I don't get that logic. I do not understand. Like, why? Just why? Why even? Like, can someone explain to me in the comment section? I would appreciate it if someone could explain why you would think, hey, this sounds like a good idea. I'm going to go ahead and cheer on the idea of somebody getting murdered. And then it's just, oh my God. Oh my God. So let's continue on, shall we?
Or right. It's about glorifying real world violence and trying to spin it as victimhood. And Mercante's defense isn't just bad journalism, guys. It's actively dangerous. So today we're breaking down exactly why this story matters. We're going to talk about what it means for the gaming industry. And we're going to talk about why accountability, not ideology, should always come first. So buckle up, baby. It's been a while since we talked about you, Merc. How you doing? Mercante's article frames Drew Harrison as some hero.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm already not liking this. So it reads 2 months after firing over Charlie Kirk's comments, Ghost of Yote's dev blames harassment campaign and not bad joke. Should be bad jokes. Uh, the quote from the article: I really don't want this to happen to anyone else because I feel like with the state of everything, it will eventually happen to other people, says Drew Harrison. This is written on my birthday of November of 20 of 24 2025 at 1:30 p.m. That's great. And then it was updated 4 hours after that. It was updated 4 hours after that. That's fucking hilarious. It was fucking updated. Oh my god. We're not even like, what, 2 minutes into this and I'm already going, I regret my life decisions. Let's continue.
The cultural war of ideology, right? Rather than somebody that was celebrating death. She even criticized gamers for calling out the comments. That's how triggered she was in this. Essentially, she implied that holding a person accountable for glorifying assassination is somehow immoral. Let that sink in. Oh, if you're calling out and holding somebody accountable for their comments, glorifying political violence, you're immoral.
Dumbass. You're a dumbass. You're great.
This.
Dumbass. You're a dumbass. You're great.
That's all I have to say to that.
That's not reporting, guys. That's advocacy disguised as journalism. This is the same kind of behavior that people like Hassan, who she looks up to.
Oh God, I forgot she does.
This is the same level of promoting things like terrorism, violence, violent rhetoric. Yet they will say that people like you and me, the right-wing chuds, that we're the worst kind of people on the internet.
Yep.
And here's the part that's really insane. Mercante tried to resurrect this story, this Charlie Kirk situation, 2 months later, long after Sony and Sucker Punch already acted decisively on this. They fired Drew Harrison. That's it. End of story. This piece reads more like a defense of political violence than journalism. It literally praises Harrison for losing joy in her life because of her comments.
Wow. That's wild. So basically, it's just defending them. Okay. This is why journalism should have a license. People like Mercante are the reason why the government and so many other places are pushing for journalists to have to get a license, because, like, what the hell is this? What the hell is this? I don't get these people anymore, man. I don't get these people at all. They make no sense to me. I don't understand how you could remotely think this is logical, that this would be reasonable, that you could think and feel this way. I don't know, man. And yes, I did get a new microphone. If you want to help me support my channel, I would appreciate it if you join the Patreon right there, or you can send a tip through Streamlabs and Stream Elements and get featured above there, and like there, and right there. Yay. Anyways, enough shilling. Back to my comments. Wow. Alrighty, let's continue. I can't.
She turned accountability into a moral outrage story, which is on brand.
Let's
call it what it is. This is ideological bias. If the same thing happened to somebody on the political left, Mercante would almost certainly be writing about why it was justified to remove them immediately. Hands down, her coverage of the whole situation proves that her defense isn't about fairness. It's not about facts. It's never been about that. It's about defending somebody she agrees with politically. And that's how they all are. They all are. And it's not just opinion. Her framing of this whole situation, this whole article, has consequences. By painting Harrison as a victim of harassment, or should I say harassment, Mercante implicitly condones behavior that glorifies violence. I'm going to say it right there. She can get mad all she wants. Her little simps can get mad all they want. She's telling the audience that cheering an assassination is acceptable as long as you share their ideology.
That's crazy. That legitimately is crazy to me personally. That's crazy. I could not imagine wanting to be like that, wanting to live like that. I just look, I'm the kind of person that, like, yes, I know I like horror movies and all the stereotyping about how if you watch horror movies, it means you're crazy. You like murdering people and saying things like that. I hear that all the time. And I'm just gonna say it, that's not really true. And like the fact that anybody would celebrate somebody actually being killed or murdered is just crazy to me. And it's sad that we have gotten to this point that we allow this kind of behavior, this kind of actions to take place. It's not okay, man. It's not okay. And people just need to stop, honestly. And people like Alyssa Mercante are only encouraging this sort of horrifying rhetoric and violence. It's just, I don't know. It's sad to me, man. It really is. It's sad to me that we've gotten to this point. I apologize for getting the microphone in front of my face, but it's sad to me that we've gotten to this point that that's how we feel. It's just sad, you know. Let's continue.
That's essentially what. Go read it and look for it yourself, guys. That's a dangerous message, and it's why accountability matters more than ever in gaming. In fact, that's the word. I don't understand. This is gaming. What does this have to do with gaming? Being a video game journalist, what does glorifying violence, talking about Charlie Kirk and the assassination and all this have to do with gaming? What did Drew Harrison's comments, laughing and mocking it with that Mario and Luigi joke, have to do with gaming?
That's a good
Sony
ass
didn't
question.
fire Harrison because of harassment, okay? They fired her because she was cheering political violence. And cheering political violence is a career-ending moral and legal line. And accountability is something that Drew Harrison didn't have. Yet somehow Mercante is trying to twist this into a story about corporate oppression. A rare correct action by Sony, which a rare W by Sony, that fired somebody glorifying murder, and she's reframing it as injustice. And that's not just a bias.
Yeah, I see. Again, I don't understand the justification for murder on any level. And then to top it on all that, she's now writing an article where she's defending that kind of behavior. You see how, like, I don't understand how anybody could be down for that. I wouldn't be. Hell no. There's no reason for that. There's no reason for that behavior. That is horrifying behavior. Outright.
Oh my God!
Just.
Oh my God!
And people need to.
Stop fucking around!
Again, that's just my opinion. That's what I believe. Take it for what you will. Well, let's continue.
Guys, that's actively misleading readers about the whole situation. If you really want a lesson here, guys, the next time a gaming journalist defends somebody for doing something outrageous online, check their whole, I guess, political lens, see where they lie politically. Mercante's not neutral here by any means. She's defending political violence based on who the target was, which in this case, somebody she didn't like, somebody that she labeled as hateful, which is Charlie Kirk. That's not reporting. That's taking sides. Okay? That's why the story blew up beyond a single firing. This story trended because people that wanted them fired were in the right. It wasn't a harassment campaign. Ask yourself and be completely honest with yourself. Would Mercante defend this if the target had been somebody she didn't agree with politically?
We all know the answer is going to be no. We know it. We all know the answer is going to be no, because why would she? She wouldn't. It's plain and simple. She wouldn't. She would not defend it. She would be calling for the person to be fired, for them to lose their home and to be homeless and all sorts of other horrible things. She would never defend this kind of rhetoric. If say Hassan was the one that got shot instead of Charlie Kirk, right? Say Hassan got shot and killed, and a whole bunch of people on the right were making fun of Hassan Piker being killed. Well, she would be writing article after article everywhere she could about how everybody who made those jokes deserved to be fired, to be hanged, to be tarred and feathered, brutally murdered, like all kinds of things. She would write all that horrible rhetoric, because we all know that she doesn't defend that behavior if it's against her political ideologies. But since it's for her political ideologies, aka Charlie Kirk being murdered viciously in front of his family and 20,000 innocent people who all now probably are going to have to go to therapy, which is, I feel absolutely awful for them, because it's such a horrible thing to witness. She obviously sees it as okay. That's perfectly fine. And oh, who cares? That's the way she sees it. And it just goes to show you, because remember, this is the same woman that's suing Smash JT because he gave a couple of opinion pieces about her and about who she worked for. Which, by the way, apparently she's working for again. So, dude, I mean, I'm going to be honest here. I feel like she's full of crap with a lot of the statements she makes about people. And honestly, the fact that he's working for him again just proves me right. It just proves me right. She's just a terrible, terrible human being, in my opinion. But yeah, let's continue. Let's continue.
Absolutely fucking not. That's the hypocrisy there. That's why accountability, not cancel culture, is the only thing keeping gaming from normalizing behavior that should never be acceptable. Hands down. And if you think that defending, glorifying assassinations is journalism, you're on the wrong side of this whole argument. It's time to call it out for what it is.
Agreed.
Absolutely. Terrible fucking journalist work by Alyssa Mercante. And you know the funny thing about this is I think this might be worse than the Sweet Baby Inc. doesn't do what you think it does article that caused her whole harassment campaign a couple years ago. She literally was a fart in the wind. Like, nobody was paying attention to her. I think she literally, in my opinion, likes to self-sabotage. So many people in the world know what Sweet Baby Inc. is. There's so much more of a bigger culture of people that know who Charlie Kirk is and this whole situation. You're literally, like, almost purposely trying to set yourself up to be attacked. And nobody, at least on my side, wants to attack you, but you're trying to place blame on people like myself, Smash, if not whoever, as the reasons why you're attacked. And you don't think maybe the article that you're fucking writing, glorifying political violence and defending somebody that was glorifying it, might be the cause of that?
You see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying right there. Is that the articles like that are the reason why she's getting what she's getting. And if she quit, she wouldn't have this issue. But, you know, I mean, it's like, what do I even say at this point? What can I say? Because we all know she's not going to listen. She don't care to listen. As far as she's concerned, everybody that is, everybody that doesn't believe in her political ideologies or whatever, are evil monsters that must be destroyed. And but if you make fun of her, oh no, she's gonna sue you in a bullshit lawsuit. I swear, people like her are the reason why this country gets laughed at so much. It's like I was watching this Instagram video today where this woman said that the reason why World War One and Two happened was because of American capitalism, which was totally fucking wrong on so many levels that the guy who explained it to her who lives in Europe was like, what the fuck's wrong with this person? And apparently he even has a whole Instagram series. It's also on Facebook and Twitter and a few others called Let's Explain History to the American in the Room. And it's so sad that a country like this that used to write the history for everything is the one that seems to can't get anything right these days. My generation is so fucking screwed. And it's people like Alyssa Mercante is the reason why we're so fucking screwed. If people like her weren't in journalism, then I feel like this country would be in a better place. That's just me. That's just my opinion. And I'm sure she's going to sue me for my opinion too, because she sues Smash AT for his opinion. So why wouldn't she sue me? You know, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Let's continue. Let us continue.
Like, do not be surprised if this is not going to cause a Streisand effect towards you. Don't be surprised if this is going to encourage people to go after you or to be critical of you or whatever. I don't condone doxing or violence in any form or fashion, but quit acting surprised that just because you write and say stupid things and you think that you're immune to that criticism, that nothing's going to happen to you. Because this is absolutely the reason why so much bad things happen to you. Does it make it right? No, but I'm not here glorifying that. Like you're glorifying Drew Harrison's behavior. That's
right.
Something to think about, something to chew on. Anyways, guys, I'm going to leave it right there. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'll see you on the next one.
So let's go ahead and read some of the comments, shall we? Let's read some of the comments. There was the one I put down. This is why I wanted to react to the video, because this is the one I put down here. So why am I not surprised that she's defending horrendous behavior? Is because it's the same person who harassed a man's wife and is suing him because she's butthurt that he exposed her for what she did. Accountability seems to be in short supply these days. It seems people like people today just don't want to be held to a higher standard than like the previous generations were. And I got 3 likes and even a heart from Ape and Eric, and he says she sucks for sure, and I appreciate that. And then Smash AT hits in there. This was new levels of low, even for Alyssa, and that's saying something. His comment replies, she can't get any lower, even on her back. Oh, God. I don't think people care about a man who said 13-year-old girls should bear the baby if they get SA'd. I assume that's what Charlie Kirk said, but it's not really what she said, or he said. But anyways, breaking news: insane woman who hates normal people says insane evil stuff. Not surprised that she's going with this narrative. People's like her deserve to be locked up forever. She's nuts. I agree. We're gonna read a couple more. Then I'm gonna give my final thoughts on the video. It's a desperate move. She's doing it because any relevancy is the only way to double down all the way. This is how the left works. For her to go up the ladder, she needs someone to go down. And because she's the step stool, and if somehow she admits she's wrong, the mobs will definitely bring her down and step on her so they can replace her. So true. She's nuts. Well, I mean, she is nuts. Those who cheer on the murder of Charlie Kirk are only one step away from being murderers themselves. He goes, bingo. And then Pumpkin Face right there comes in with this one right here, which this is also why I wanted to record this video right here, because you're going to love this. This is so extreme to say. With that mentality, you must be on your way to a murderer because you're glad folks who are racist, child predators, or any terrible person are gone from this world because human life is human life. Oh my God, that has so many fucking holes in it that I don't even want to touch it with a 10-foot pole. If you guys want to talk about it in the comment section, feel free to. If you're not okay with folks like that being gone and you support folks like that, you sound like a nutso. And I said, I'm guessing you've never done any sort of scientific research whatsoever. Otherwise, you would know that it's supposed to be Clayface. That Ace is speaking facts. Then again, I'm asking a simp to think logically with his brain and not with the tip of his penis, which I'm absolutely right, but I'm not going to dick suck my own comment. And Luke's comes in here and at him as well and goes, I know you're desperately trying to do some damage control for people who share your insane ideology, who are now facing backlash, but you won't fool anyone with that completely misled analogy, and human life is human life. And the other incoherent straw man no one said. No, wanting someone to be someone like a criminal deserving death to face justice has nothing to do with cheering on the murder of an innocent person, which is indeed very close to having murderous urges, and the fear of consequences is probably the only thing preventing them from realizing in most of those cases. Accusing him of being the one sounding like a nutso after writing all that is just a cherry on top of the cake. Oh, that's pretty much it. Counting or not counting on gang violence? Oh God. So that's pretty much so. Real quick. Let me go back real quick. I'm gonna drop a like on the video because honestly, that was an epic video. That was epic video from 8-Bit Eric. Fantastic job. It really is. It really was a fantastic job. The video was very well done. I love the editing. The audio was really good. It was really clear. I liked the camera angle he had. I liked that he was pointing it straight to the point. He didn't ramble on and on and on about things. He got straight to the point. He asked some really good questions. He pointed out a lot of her hypocrisies. It was just really well done. And like I said, the editing was great. I don't know if that was his gameplay or not, if he took gameplay from elsewhere, but anyways, overall, I think the video was great. You guys should check out 8-Bit Eric if you've not had a chance. Seriously, go check him out. He's a fantastic creator. And with that, I'm going to sign out. Until next time, make sure you join the Patreon, donate to my channel, subscribe to my channel. I forgot the microphone's right there. That's why I'm going to do it like this. And I'll see you all next time. Take care, everyone.